Hey y'all, so I have to re-upload the video for the integrated 3 worksheets for today, Thursday. And apparently in the last video there was a little bit of an issue where it didn't record what I was writing. So if you already saw that, or if you were in period 1, I'm sorry. To the student that reached out and let me know about that, thank you. But that said, I'm gonna redo it now, and hopefully it's gonna upload properly this time. I'll make sure I take a look before I post it on Google Classroom. Okay, so going through these first couple ones on this worksheet, what we're looking at, it's going back to that same density formula, right? We've got density equals the population over the area, which is great. It makes these first 4 problems pretty straightforward, right? Because they give us the population, they give us the area. So all we got to do is just do that division step, and you can use your calculator for that. And that's going to give you the population density. So in this case, the population is 1,321,000,000, and this big number here. And then the area is 5 million square miles. And then again, just keeping it consistent across the department, because Ms. Wiggins likes to round to the nearest whole, we will also round to the nearest whole number. All right, so I'm going to punch this into my calculator, see what we get. Divided by 5,795,162, and that comes out to about 228 people per square mile. So that would be your answer right here, 228 people per square mile. Looking at the next few problems, the great thing, they're the exact same thing. Population divided by area. So number 2 through 4 is the same thing. For 5 and 6, you're just looking at for number 5, you're looking at which of those 4 numbers is the largest, right? Your 4 answers. Largest land area, so you'd be looking at all the areas, seeing which is the largest. 7 and 8 are the same thing, just doing that division step. And then after that, you're going to just use Google for the rest, or Chrome on your Chromebooks, whatever you need, Safari. And then, yeah. All right, so that one's pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot of math going on. It's just that division step. Population divided by area. All right. And then for that other worksheet, I'll get you started on the those extra practice problems here. So if you're looking at that other worksheet, our first one is we got 3.5 million people in Los Angeles, and the area is 500,000 square kilometers. So again, coming right back to this formula, population over area. So our population, we got 3.5 million, and our area is 500,000. So you do that division step, that's going to give you 7. So our population density is 7 people per kilometer squared. Now, maybe you're thinking logically about this. 7 people per kilometer squared, that's not very many people, right? And Los Angeles is obviously a lot more dense than that. So the reason that our answer looks funny, or doesn't seem very logical here, is because of this. The area of Los Angeles is nowhere remotely close to 500,000 square kilometers. I'm not sure why the problems they gave us have such unrealistically large numbers. When I start creating my own problems, I'm going to adjust it and make it a little bit more accurate so we get answers that actually make sense in the context of the problem. But for now, bear with me. If you get an answer that sounds funny, don't worry about it. But if you do have questions, obviously reach out to me. But trust the math. Don't trust if the answer sounds like it makes sense. Once I start making problems, the answers will make sense. But for now, just bear with us. Okay. Area of Chicago is 205,000 square kilometers. Again, that's not true. It is nowhere remotely close to that big. And the population density is 300 per square kilometer. What is the population of Chicago? Okay, so you're going to go, again, density equals population over area. So again, this time though, right, it's asking for what is the population. So we're solving for P, right? We're not solving for D this time. It asks for the population. So that's what we're wanting to look for. So the area is 205,000 and the density is 300. So in place of D, I'm going to plug in the density, right? We know the density is 300. So D is 300. P is what we're solving for, so we don't plug anything in there. And then A, the area, that's the other thing they gave us, that 205,000 number. Okay, So we need to solve for P. We need to solve for the population. So we're going to do that. We're going to multiply both sides by 205,000, right? Because right now, the P is being divided by 205,000. So we need to do the opposite of that. So we're going to multiply that on both sides. We're going to pretend that this says 205,000. Can I squeeze it in? Oh, yeah, I can. All right. So this is going to cancel, right? 205,000 over 205,000, that makes a 1. And now you've got the P all by itself. And then the last thing you're going to do is that multiplication step. It's going to be 205,000 times 300. And that is going to give us 61.5 million. And again, going back to the last one, obviously Chicago does not have nearly that many people. I mean, that's like a fifth or a sixth of the population of the entire country. And that is because this number is not accurate. Chicago's a lot smaller than that. But again, for now, just trust the math. This is about getting used to the formula. All right, one more, and then y'all can try the rest on your own. So again, population density. You always want to start with this formula. Density is population over the area. All right, so 430,000 people in a 5-mile radius, and we want the density. Okay, so it says find the density. So we are solving for D. So there's nothing to plug in for D. So we can plug in for P and for A. Well, P is the easy one, right? We're given the population, 430,000. The area is what we've got to figure out. It's in 5-mile radius. So what that tells us is we've got this circular region. Whoops. It's got a radius of 5. And that is the area. We've got 430,000 people within that circular area right there. So we need to figure out what is the area of that. What is the area? Right? Because whatever that number is, that's going to go right here. And we do that division to find the density. Well, we need to find the area of a circle, right? Whenever they give you radius, you want to be thinking circle here. And the formula for the area of the circle is pi times the radius squared. Well, luckily we know the radius, right? It's 5. So we can substitute that out, pi times 5 squared. And whatever that number is, that's what we're going to be dividing, right? That's the area. So 25 times pi is about 78.54. That's what that area comes out to. This right here, you can punch that into your calculator. It's going to give you about 78.54 square miles, right? That's the area of that region. So when we go population over area, we're going 430,000. That's our population over the area. That's 78.54. So our density, when you punch that into the calculator, 430,000 divided by 78.54 is about 5,475 people per square mile. And that is the answer. All right. I'm gonna check, make sure it actually recorded me writing again before I upload this. And as always, please let me know if you have questions. I want to help. I'm trying to be back as soon as I can. And but in the meantime, reach out to me, email me, text me. I'm on my phone all day and I'll respond really fast. All right, good luck.